ever get that feeling? You know, that like there's just more to reality than we see every day.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, today we're diving into a book, and it takes that feeling and just runs with it. It's called OCCURRENCE, Dancing with Tricksters. By this, get this, very intriguing but also very secretive author, William F. Blume.
Secretive is right. I mean, just the pseudonym alone, right off the bat, it's like a hook. It's like, okay, we're not even in the book yet, and he's already telling us we're leaving the ordinary behind.
Exactly. And get this entire deep dive, it's all based on just the about the book stuff.
Oh, wow.
The stuff you sent us.
Yeah.
So, like, if this is how he describes the book, imagine actually reading the thing.
I'm already hooked, and we're just talking about the description. Like, even these little excerpts, they're clearly designed to pull you in, you know?
Oh, for sure.
For example, they describe his writing style as really raw, fragmented, almost like, I don't know, like he's trying to piece together memories that are just out of reach.
Which, let's be real for a sec, if you're trying to put those experiences into words, encounters with the unexplained, I mean, talk about tough to articulate.
Right. Like, how do you even begin to describe something that defies description?
It's going to be like trying to catch smoke. You know?
Exactly. And they even compare his writing to authors like Cormac McCarthy, Don DeLillo. I mean, we're not talking light beach reading here.
Okay, so not a beach read, but maybe more like jumping into the deep end of a pool, which makes you think this isn't your average UFO book, is it?
Not at all. This is where it gets really interesting because Blume, he starts exploring things like Gnosticism. You know, that whole ancient belief system about hidden knowledge and how it connects to things like reincarnation.
Yeah.
He just throws in these wild philosophical tangents left and right.
It's like he's telling us straight up, buckle up because we're about to question everything.
Right.
And this isn't just me, by the way, about the book literally talks about like questioning the very fabric of reality.
It really makes you wonder what he's experienced, you know, to bring him to that point.
And it's not just what he's talking about, but the hey, how W, like the structure of the book itself.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
The chapter titles,
Okay, like what?
the airship, Mom irons things out, the light of the trees. I mean, at first glance, totally normal, right?
Yeah, you'd never guess this was a book about, well, whatever.
Which I kind of love.
Me too.
That slow reveal, you know? It draws you in.
Exactly. It's like he's saying the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's way thinner than you think.
Like he's practically daring us to find it, you know? That shimmer, that place where everyday stuff suddenly becomes
Right.
extraordinary.
Exactly. And that, I think, is where this whole trickster idea comes in.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, the title alone, Dancing with Tricksters,
So good.
it's playful, right?
Oh, yeah.
But also kind of mischievous.
A little dangerous, even.
Right. And I kept thinking about that word dancing. It's not about like fighting the unknown, you know?
No.
It's about moving with it.
Yeah, that give and take.
Yes. And you see these trickster figures in so many cultures. They represent chaos, change.
They shake things up.
Exactly. They make you question everything you thought you knew.
And ultimately, they help you grow.
100%.
Okay, so how does that tie back to what Blume is describing in the book? His experiences, these, I don't know, occurrences, for lack of a better term, they're not exactly normal.
What's the point, right? They disrupt everything we think we know about the world.
Right.
Like, hey, guess what? Reality. It's got a few more tricks up its sleeve.
It makes me wonder if that's why he's using a pseudonym. Like, Blume himself is the trickster, messing with our expectations.
Totally. He's playing with the form, just like he's saying reality plays with us. And those tricksters, those moments that disrupt everything, they're not always fun.
No, not always.
Think about those Gnostic ideas again. The hidden knowledge, the possibility that we're only scratching the surface of what's really out there.
It's exciting, but yeah, it could be terrifying too.
Right, but it's also incredibly freeing.
Because it opens up possibilities. Like, what if this is just the beginning? What if there's so much more to life, to the universe, than we can even imagine?
Exactly, and that's what makes this book so fascinating to me. It's not just about UFOs or strange encounters. It's about that very human need to make sense of things we don't understand.
And that's where I think that whole dancing metaphor really clicks. It's not about trying to win or dominate the unknown. It's about learning to move with it, even when it throws you off balance.
Exactly. It's finding that balance between being curious and skeptical, you know, embracing the mystery without losing sight of wanting to understand.
Which makes me think about people who only want easy answers, who like their world nice and neat, black and white. This book, it just throws all that out the window.
It definitely does. And that's something else that struck me about the book material. It doesn't give us all the answers. It actually makes you think, wait, there's even more I need to know.
Totally. It's like we're just getting these little glimpses into Blume's world, these breadcrumbs of intrigue. Now I'm totally hooked. I want to know everything. Like, what specific experiences made him go down this rabbit hole in the first place?
Right? And how did he learn to embrace this idea of dancing with tricksters? What did those dances look like?
And that's where I think the companion volume, Occurrence, Hunting Dragons, comes in. Is it a sequel? A continuation? A deeper dive into the mysteries?
From what I gather, it seems to pick up where Dancing with Tricksters leaves off. Maybe Blume gets closer to answers. Maybe he uncovers even more questions.
Which, honestly, is perfect. Because isn't that what life is all about? Exploring, questioning, evolving. Maybe our own tricksters aren't UFOs or Gnostic mysteries, but those moments that challenge us to grow, to see the world and ourselves in a new light.
Exactly. And if we can approach those moments with a sense of curiosity, with that willingness to dance that Blume writes about, well, who knows what we might discover.
So for our listeners who are ready to embark on their own exploration of the unexplained, to question the nature of reality and maybe even dance with a few tricksters of their own, Occurrence. Dancing with Tricksters is your starting point.
It's a book that will stay with you long after you've turned the final page. A reminder that the greatest journeys are often those that lead us inward, to the mysteries that reside within us all.